everybody. Welcome back to Coffee and the Tea. So glad you decided to stop by and see what kind of coffee I am sipping on and what kind of tea I am spilling. Well, I am sipping on my iced coffee, and believe it or not, it's my first one of the day. Usually I have had two by now, and really, really, really happy about it because I love my iced coffee. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you like iced coffee, but iced coffee does it for me. Some people have to have the hot. The ice is just it does it for me. But with all that said, I do want to remind you if you've been coming to my channel and you like my, I don't know, you like what kind of tea I'm serving up. Hey, go down in your settings and go ahead on and subscribe. Hit your notification bell. Give me a thumbs up, for the algorithm so it'll recognize that I am over here still alive because we're going to get this channel up and running. I know it. It's going to just pop off one day, and I am going to be so excited about it. And your help will be to give me a thumbs up, to engage in the comments, and just continue to come back. I would appreciate it. All right, let's get into this tea because I think we got some good tea today. We're going to talk about these doctors. Matthew Perry's doctor, the guy that was on Friends. He recently passed away in his hot tub. Remember that? And everybody was like, he was up playing pickleball a couple of days ago. What is going on with him? Well, it turns out he was being supplied drugs by his doctors. It is another Michael Jackson kind of thing happening here. And I mean, look like everybody going to jail. His assistants are going to jail. His doctors are going to jail. And I must say, I don't understand that whole situation. I am a professional. I am a licensed professional. I am not practicing right now, but you work so hard and go to school for so long. Why would you put that on the line? It's just Matthew Perry wouldn't have had enough money for me to do that because eventually something is going to happen when you have a raging addict like that, and you have somebody like that on your hand. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time, and you are putting your license at risk. And that is what has happened to Dr. Chavez. So let's get into what's going on with these doctors. This lady they call well, we'll get into it and I'll talk about her when we get into it. It says Matthew Perry, Dr. Chavez appears in court, remains free with restrictions. Dr. Mark Chavez, right here, one of the two physicians busted in the Matthew Perry case, was arraigned Friday afternoon in federal courthouse in downtown Los Angeles. He appeared with his lawyer, the judge Gene Rosenblatt, told Chavez that he could remain free on bond with restrictions, according to the Associated Press. Chavez agreed to surrender his passport and not to work as a doctor. This man, you know how long it takes to become a doctor? And he put all that on the line for Matthew Perry and his addiction. And when has an addict ever been reliable? Why would you trust someone with your livelihood that is addicted? Well, let's go on. It says, as we reported, Dr. Chavez he's already cut a deal with the feds, agreeing to plead guilty on one count of conspiracy to contribute calamine, ketamine. I think that's the way you pronounce it. Ketamine, ketamine. I think that's the way you pronounce it. Friday. Chavez didn't enter a guilty plea, which he will do with another judge, a different judge, on the future in the future, undetermined date, according to the AP. He's facing up to 10 years in prison, and it will be interesting to see how the judge sentences him in light of his plea deal. 10 years, as long as it took for him to become a doctor. He's facing that in lockdown. I don't get it. I keep saying I don't get it. But I don't I know Matthew Perry probably had money, but he didn't have that much money, did he? For you to all the blood, sweat, tears, studying, sacrifice that you made and your family made for you to become a doctor, and you just gave it up like that? It's kind of like them Trump supporters. I don't get it. The people who work for him and stuff, lawyers, they just give away their um reputation and everything to deal with this man. I don't get it. But let's go on. It said Dr. Chavez, one of three who took plea deals here. So they are falling like dominoes. Everybody going to jail because everybody ratting everybody out. Joining Matthews' assistant, Kenneth Iwamasa, and Eric Fleming. Both of them going to jail. His assistants, who prosecutors say helped broker the drug deals. Come on now, y'all. I guess working for a star is good, but you're going to have to do about 10 or 15. Come on now. The other two charged in the case, Dr. Salvador Placina and Jovian Sancha, aka the Palatine Queen, appeared in court earlier this month and pleaded not guilty. So, out of the three doctors, two of them have took plea deals. They folded like tents. And this one doctor really think that he gonna get out of it because those two other doctors are going to be testifying against him. He needs to go ahead on and go on to jail because he know he did it. And as for this, what they call her, Catamine Queen, a bye bye Queen, you on your way out too, because this is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Let's go on. It said Dr. Chavez and Placina had their registration to write prescriptions pulled after their arrest. So they can't even write subscriptions, and they don't need to write prescriptions. You've been writing and writing left to Matthew Perry. That's what happened with Prince. I mean, it's as if these doctors, they already make a boatload of money. What is the issue here? And you're going to put your reputation and your license on the line to give Matthew Perry some calamine. Come on now, y'all. Am I missing something? Like I say, I am a professional, a licensed professional. I can't see anybody convincing me to do anything that will put my license in jeopardy. I just can't. No, no, no. But let's go on. It said they both are still technically doctors. The California Medical Board hasn't suspended their license. And Dr. P, I guess Placenta, has reopened his medical practice. He probably need that money. He wasn't getting enough money from Matthew Perry if he still have to reopen his office. That is the most ridiculous thing. Like I said, every time I see professionals do stupid stuff like this and put their licenses at jeopardy after you don't work and went to school for so long in order to obtain these professions. I don't get it. I don't get it. But Dr. Placina, he can reopen that office all he want to, but I got news for him. Two of his colleagues has already folded like a tent, and it's not looking good for him in the Calitine and whatever, what I cannot pronounce that drug, but his key, Catan, whatever it is. That queen, she is done. Done, done, done. Like my mom used to say, stick a fork in them two. They are done, roasted and ready to be plated. All right, let's go on. Next up is Judge Mathis. I did. Uh, he was on. I covered him in the T not long ago when his wife Linda filed for divorce. And in that particular podcast, I said I am gonna withhold my opinion about who was at fault. I said maybe she's at fault, but I kind of took her side, and then I said no, 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 no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait. Well, the waiting is over, and it is his fault. And they called him, TMZ called him at the airport, and he just pretty much said it was his fault. He said that he was neglecting his wife. Let me just read a little bit of it, and then we'll discuss, and I'm going to tell you what I thought about his interview. And you can go on the TMZ website and watch the video, and you tell me what you think about it. But I think I'll tell you later. It's a Judge Mathis fighting to win his wife back. Judge Greg Mathis is going through it, hot on the heels of his wife Linda rushing to court. He admit not making Linda a top priority during his career led to their downfall, and gives some sound advice to other men on how to avoid the same fate, which you can check out the video. That's what they're saying. As for those infidelity rumors, he said he got a thing or two to say about that too. I watched the video and he didn't really have a thing or two to say about it at all. He was talking about some kind of rumor, that he was having he had molested a child and walked a dog and all. I'm exaggerating, but he did say I'm a lesser child, and he said all that is not true. It ain't got nothing to do with it. And then they asked him about the cheating, if he had cheated, and I'm telling you, he started tap dancing and skipping around there and talking. I'm telling you, I'm surprised his tongue didn't get tied in a knot. But he got around to saying, "Oh no, no, no! It's I can understand why she would think that when." I'm always off with my buddies and I'm always doing stuff for the community and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, yeah. And you can tell, at least I can tell, because like I said, I am a mental health clinician, a trained and licensed uh, psychotherapist. And I can tell when people are lying. I can. And he is lying. It is a woman somewhere. And all we gonna have to do is to be patient about it because it is going to show up. Because I could see his eyes dancing and his feet was tap dancing. You don't do all that when you do not have something that you are hiding over there in the shadows in the corner. And I believe if we went over there in the shadows in the corner, it is a woman over there hiding from Linda. And so, yeah, Judge Mathis. And he said that they are still living in the same house. He is really trying to make her a priority. He's trying to save his marriage, and hopefully, it won't go to another step where she moves out of the house. And then he was on his way out. He was at the airport when he was saying that. Probably go and see that other woman over there in the corner in the in the shadows over there. Yeah, but he talking all kind of nonsense to us. I don't believe it. I really believe that he has a woman somewhere. And he is like 61. Come on now. When are you going to stop that nonsense? You 61. Stop it. But we'll see how it all shake out. And when it does, I'll be here to talk about it. All right, next up. Next up is Travis Scott. This is another update. Travis Scott has been spiraling downward for a minute. And I don't know if it's because of that Kardashian Jenner girl, the one he got them two babies by. Uh, I can't keep them straight in my mind. They all look the same, and I you know. But he has two babies by that baby girl, and she has moved on and has another relationship, and seemed like he has been spiraling downward, downward, downward. And he's been getting arrested. He's been fighting everybody that'll fight him back. And I said a while ago that his mama need to come and get him. Where is his mama? Because he clearly is in some trouble. When you are that big a star with that much money, you don't need to be fighting nobody. He is fighting his own bodyguard guards. He is fighting his own protection, his own security. It's something going on with him. And this particular case is an update on when he got arrested down there in Miami. He was on somebody's boat down there clowning, and they had him arrested for trespassing. Well, those charges have been dropped. And I just don't think nobody is giving him what he needs. What he needs is somebody to care enough about him that he care enough about to listen. And that's why I said his mama need to come and get him and said, listen, honey, whatever you doing or what you going through, we're gonna have to talk about it because you got to stop this nonsense here. Because you're gonna end up like what's his name? R. Kelly. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up locked up for a good bit of time if you don't stop this nonsense. And so hopefully his mama will get him because I've been saying it from the beginning. And so he got out of the one in Miami. You remember he was in Miami fight. He was in Paris when they had the Cannes Film Festival. He was over there fighting Cher's boyfriend. And I'm a dog if he went back over there to the Olympics fighting his own security. This is what kind of nonsense he is up to. And he is a major star. What is going on with Travis Scott? And why is his mama not getting him? That is the question. All right, let's go on. And like I said, if any other updates, I don't think he was charged in the ones in Paris. So I don't think he has any cases, open cases. But at this rate that he's going now, people getting him out of trouble and him not facing any consequences, it don't look like he's going to stop. But we shall see. We shall see. Because maybe his mama get him. I hope so. 'Cause I would hate for him to absolutely slip down the drain. All right, let's go on. But if anything else come up with him, I'll be on it and I'll let y'all know. Let's move it on. Uh it's time for stupid people doing stupid stuff. And today, the stupid person doing stupid stuff is somebody that you might know. I don't know if you watched this TLC reality show. I watched it because it is a hot mess and I love watching I love watching a hot mess. And and the name of the TLC show is called A Thousand Pound Sisters. And Amy and what is it? Tammy and Amy. I can't remember what the name, but this one it's about Amy and what they were these super large sisters, and it was about it. Well, it is about their plight to lose weight. Both of them ended up getting weight loss surgery and losing a lot of weight, but Amy, it seemed like she done had a run in with the law. And they are so funny. I love them because they make me cackle. And anything that makes me cackle and takes me away from, reality of the day to day grind, I love. So I love, I cannot think of her sister's name, but I'm sure it's in the story. And she just got arrested. So let's get into it. It is 1,000 Pound Sister star Amy Slayton arrested for narcotics, child endangerment after camel bite at zoo. Yeah, I said that camel bite at zoo. I told you, stupid people doing stupid stuff. It says 1,000 Pound Sisters star Amy Slayton spent Labor Day behind bars after a camel bite at the Tennessee Zoo led to an arrest, alleged possession of illegal drugs, and allegedly putting a child in danger. Here's what happened. Crockett County Sheriff deputy arrived Monday at the Tennessee Safari Park in Al, what is the name of it? Sometimes I can, you know, Alamo. That's the word I'm looking for. In Alamo, after receiving calls, a guest had been bitten by a camel. During their investigations, the deputy came upon a vehicle occupied by Slayton and Brian Scott Lovins, and they reportedly smelled a suspicious odor coming from inside the vehicle. The smell was allegedly narcotics related, and Slayton and Lovins were arrested for illegal possession of Schedule 1 and Schedule 6 drugs and 2 counts of child endangerment. Now, I know Amy has 2 children, and she had her children with her, and I know she went in there smoking, you know, with her children in the car. I mean, she has lost it. But I digress. It said it's not clear who the youngster was and what type of drugs was allegedly used. They were her kids. She got 2 kids. Interesting. Uh, Interesting to note. In Tennessee, weed is illegal. Both was hauled away to the county jail where they posed for mugshots. And here it is. Amy. Crockett County officials did not identify who was bitten by the animal or the extent of the victim's injuries. Amy Slayton has been a fixture on 100 Pound Sisters with her sibling Tammy. Yeah, that's right, Tammy. Amy and Tammy. Since their first show aired on TLC in 2020, chronicling their effort to lose weight. They are really, really funny. I love them. I love the dynamics that they have between each other, and they have this genuine love for each other, which I really, really love watching. But yeah, it seemed like somebody done took a left on us since the last time I watched the show. But yeah, stupid people doing stupid stuff. All right, y'all. That is coffee and the tea. See y'all later. See you soon. Bye.